Hello and welcome to Test Security Training and Technology Use for Technology Personnel during testing for the school year 2020-2021. A link to this PowerPoint presentation will be at the end of the video. This training does not take place of reading the appropriate resources. The link in this slide will take you to technology guidelines for the online testing platform. The tests offered online are STAAR grades 3 through 8 and EOC, which is for 9 through 12. Then on the Pearson site, we have STAAR Alt 2, TELPAS Alternate, and then the regular TELPAS assessment. These are found in the TestNav app. For the TELPAS test, teachers must take a calibration test at the beginning of the testing window. They will complete these online at their own campuses using their own laptops or desktop computers. Now I will briefly talk about technology setup at the campuses. The technology staff responsibilities are to support the district and campuses by ensuring the network infrastructure and computers meet system requirements. You may become familiar with the technology documents accessible from the Technology Systems and Support webpage at texasassessment.com. On this page, you can find the instructions regarding firewalls, content filters, caching software, downloading and installing software on testing devices, and other technical and system requirements. You must also confirm testing is secure if testing via wireless network. Jacob and Brian have been made aware of all of these system requirements. It is also very important for you to be available for assistance before and during test sessions at the campus that you are assigned to. Your point of contact will be the campus testing coordinator. This is the Technology Systems page at texasassessment.com, where you can find all of the systems requirements for the online testing platform. TEA has a website that can be accessed to assess online readiness with a bandwidth tool. The bandwidth requirements for each assessment are linked to this page. We must ensure every computer has the most current version of testing software. The version is shown in the bottom left-hand corner of this screen. Online testing for STAAR and TELPAS will use the following devices: desktop computer labs, Chromebooks, and netbooks. The STAAR test will be given in December, April, and May, and the TELPAS test will be given in February, March, and April. Headphones may be used in the STAAR test and TELPAS test and will be in the computer lab on testing days. If a student has login issues, these are some of the things that could be done to correct the problem. We should confirm the username, password, and session ID is being typed exactly as it's printed on the student test ticket. Also, we can exit and restart the online testing platform. And then other general troubleshooting includes follow any on-screen messages or instructions that appear, have a student log out of the test by selecting Log Out, exit and restart the testing platform, or have the student log back in using the username, password, and session ID on the student test ticket. If the internet connection is not working properly, students will need to complete their tests at a later time. Test responses made prior to the interruption will be saved. And when the student resumes testing, he or she will be returned to the first unanswered item. Now I will talk quickly about test security. Because you may be present in a setting with open tests, I will review security, irregularities, reporting, and penalties. Test security is ultimately to benefit the students. When test security is ignored, whether intentionally or unintentionally, ultimately it is the student that is wronged. Maintaining the security and confidentiality of the Texas Student Assessment Program is critical for ensuring fair and equal testing opportunities for all students. Given the many uses of student performance data, it is imperative that all individuals participating in the program preserve the integrity of test content. This is done through strict adherence to the instructions and procedures contained in the resources and the test administrator manuals. Because you are involved with the state test, you must meet the requirements detailed in the appropriate test administration materials, be trained, and sign an oath of test security and confidentiality. When you sign your oath, you are attesting that you have read your manual and understand your responsibilities. All secure test materials must be handled in strict accordance with the instructions contained in the coordinator resources and the test administrator manuals. Ignoring training requirements, including reading your manuals in their entirety, may result in disciplinary action at the local or state level. Test materials may contain secure test content, and that any viewing, discussing, or recording of this confidential information is strictly prohibited. Only students may respond to test questions, perform calculations, and create rough drafts to written responses. Test administrators who have permission to view secure content in order to provide an approved designated support or as part of the program's specific test administration process must not respond to test questions, record the information they see, score a test, or discuss the content of a test at any time. It is strictly prohibited. No person may duplicate, print, record, write notes about, or capture electronically or by any other means any portion of a secure assessment instrument, paper or online, without prior approval from TEA. In your role, you may come across secure materials. It is important that you follow the policy and procedures in the manuals. Each person participating in the student assessment program is required to maintain and preserve the confidentiality of all secure test content, including test booklets, online assessments, online test tickets, complete answer documents, STAAR Alt 2 documents, and TELPAS documentation. What are some of the other rules we are required to follow during testing? Districts are required to have procedures in place to prevent the use of personal cell phones and electronic devices during test administrations. This includes staff and students. When using applications on a tablet, laptop, or desktop computer, districts must ensure the application does not provide functionality that compromises the content being assessed. Let's talk about testing irregularities briefly. It is important for testing personnel to understand the different types of irregularities so that each type of irregularity may be properly addressed. There are two types of testing irregularities: serious and procedural. Testing irregularities can occur before, during, and after testing and are categorized as serious violations or procedural irregularities. It is important for testing personnel to understand the different types of irregularities so that each type of irregularity may be properly addressed. Here are some examples of procedural irregularities in online testing. A test administrator left a room unattended when students or secure materials were present, or when secure online tests were open and visible. Secure online tests were left open and visible during a lunch break, a short break taken to the testing room, or restroom breaks. Technology personnel were left to monitor students in the test session. And a test administrator failed to use the test administrator manual. Some other samples of irregularities in online testing are: the most recent version of the technology app was not downloaded. The campus used the old version, causing issues for students. And technology and campus staff failed to review a device that allowed a student to access the internet while providing designated supports to the student. An example of a serious irregularity is if a student photographs or duplicates secure test content or disseminates this information using an electronic device. If you see this, immediately stand by the student to possibly prevent the image from being sent. Motion for help from the test administrator. Never take a photograph of the screen. If needed, write down the error message on the screen. It is very important that you report a possible violation immediately to the campus testing coordinator, principal, or district testing coordinator. Now you may complete your oath of test security training. If you have any questions about the online testing platform, please contact Laura Little at extension 2036. On the next slide, you will find a link of the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you.